righty then. Welcome to the MelFit Health and Fitness webinar. This is our first webinar, so thanks for bearing with us. We were having a few technical difficulties, but we are on. If you can, you guys, maybe type in the comments. Terry, Andrea, Angie, Greg, Jamie, Janet, Lisa, Sarah, thanks for joining, guys. Type in the comments if you guys can hear me. Josh, are you going to see? So, he's going to see. So hopefully we're rolling. I'm going to look at this really quick. Oh, Angie says hi. Cool. Hi, Angie. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to try to stick to 90 minutes, and we've got a lot to pack into here. So we are going to roll. Okay. So our welcome and introduction is I'm Coach Mel. If you don't know who I am a personal trainer, nutritionist, chef, food prep coach, food shopping expert, life coach, marathon coach, magazine publisher, and we have our own podcast. I have over 20 years of experience, and my uniqueness is I am the whole enchilada. I don't have to farm you out to a nutritionist. I don't have to send you for cooking lessons. I can teach you everything, which is a great skill to have, and it saves people a lot of money. If you were to add up all of these skills separately, you'd be writing a big check. So welcome everybody on here. Super excited. If you haven't had a chance to print your worksheet materials, Josh is going to drop a link for that. And don't stress about this if you haven't done it. We're actually going to have another webinar in 2 weeks, and we're going to start on time, and we're going to discuss this. I'm going to briefly go over it. And if you are transparent and you are willing to share your answers, that would be amazing. Okay. So our format today is I'm going to be just the opener. We're going to bring in Dusty Mavity today, and then we're going to have another brief discussion. We're going to bring in Carla Horner, and then we're going to bring in Kira Smith. So if you don't know who these people are, they've all actually done a podcast with us. So if you haven't tuned into the MelFit podcast, if you are on the MelFit app and you swipe left, you can tune into the podcast there, or you can go anywhere you listen to a podcast, Apple, Google Play, Spotify, all that jazz. Okay, so we're getting ready for a huge challenge on 1/8, the MelFit 12-week boot camp. So I thought this would be a good time to come on. And are we good, Josh? Yeah. And at the end, I think Josh has me scheduled here. Okay, maybe in the middle here, we're going to do Q&A. Okay. So if you have any questions, we're going to have a chance to address those. Okay. So 2024, Happy New Year. How are you doing? I thought the 8th would be a great time to start, just in case anybody has kiddos, they wanted to get their kids back to school and they can focus on themselves. Also, sometimes people are still on holiday or partying or whatever on New Year's Day. So one thing, a quote that I've been thinking about lately is, the only reason to look back is to learn. I had a Facebook Live yesterday, and I was talking about Mel Robbins has a workbook material that you can print out. And one exercise that we did that I love is where you go back to your calendar and you kind of write out the highlights of your year. Also, I think it's important to look at your lowlights and learn from those. Okay, maybe you got out your camera and you don't like the way you look. Well, that's how you can learn and figure out this year how you can show up differently than you did last year. Okay, cool. Josh says chat is good to go. Awesome. Cool. Okay, so our workbook, it's a lot thinner than the Mel Robbins workbook. I know everybody is limited on time, so I appreciate everybody that's taken the time to be here with us today. We're going to make it worth your while. If you guys know anybody that wants to listen to it, or if you have to jump off early, we'll be sending you the full recording in an email. So as long as you're registered, you'll get this. So the one thing that we started out here with is mindset, the driving force in the quest for success and achievement. A mindset that combines discipline, strength, confidence, and ambition is a powerful mindset. This can achieve anything it sets its sight on. A powerful mind can achieve anything. If you listened to my Facebook Live last night, hi, Jamie, welcome. You hear me talk about a lot of my preparation for 2024 is just working on the space in between my own ears. And that correlates to health, wellness, wealth, love, fulfillment. Maybe I said wealth twice. Whatever is important to you, faith. If you don't get your mind right about what it is that you want to do in 2024, you have nothing. And I did say that really the only people that I can't work with are people who don't have a positive attitude and the belief that they can do this and that they can achieve this in the direction they're going. So that's where it all starts. If you don't have that belief, and if your mindset isn't right, nothing will happen. And negativity kills everything. If you don't think you can lose weight, you're correct. Okay. So I do a lot of manifesting in my life. I know exactly who I'm going to show up as this year, and it works. And envisioning that person helps me live in that body and that mind every day. And I always tell people with weight loss, envision the person you want to be and live in that person's body every day, and that mindset will get you there. So hello in car, so no paperwork and might lose you. No worry. Thanks for jumping on. Not sure who that is, but it says ZU, so welcome. So what I'm going to have you guys do on here is put your name and date. And I want you to do that so that you can look back on this a year from now. And what I think is super crucial is record a video in your phone that says, I, Coach Mel, will blank, 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 blank. Then you listen to it in a year and see, did you accomplish those goals? And here is the workbook and the steps on how to get there. A goal without a plan is just a dream. You can proclaim all you want that you want to be a millionaire. You can proclaim all you want that you want to lose weight. But unless you have a blueprint and a map, which MelFit gives you, that you're never going to get there. It's just a pipe dream. So the first question that I address, and if you want to answer in the chat, you certainly can. But again, reminder that we're gonna have a full webinar on this. So I'm gonna briefly touch on this because I know I have 10 minutes, Josh? Yeah, I have 10 minutes. Okay. So what is your biggest roadblock? We have Jean and Dusty here today, and we are getting them ready. And that's our big announcement, is that they are going to join our team. They're going to be on our coaches and affiliates program. So we're so excited. And we were talking about what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. And the problem with most people is they're not willing to admit what their weaknesses are. So it was super cool because what Dusty wasn't good at, Jean excelled at. And what Jean wasn't good at, Dusty excelled at. So it's okay to not be good at everything, but it's not okay to not ask for help. Okay. So let's clarify what your roadblocks are. And the next one is, can you do something to eliminate this roadblock? If the answer is no, why? Well, Josh will tell you I have a solution for all of your problems. If you have someone in your life that's toxic and your answer is no, I can't eliminate this roadblock because she's been my friend for 20 years. That's a closed mindset. If that person is blocking you from your goals and your dreams, I don't care who they are. I imagine myself this year walking with 2 anchors in my hand, walking out to the sea. If you didn't make it in, oops, you're bad. Like, I can't. I know my client avatar is 40 and up. Not to say that I don't work with people younger than that, but I'm going to be 50 this year. We're on the 3rd quarter, baby. We don't got time for bullshit or shitty people. Okay. So stop hanging on to people and things that aren't serving you. If your answer is no and you need help to figure out how it can be a yes, let me know, or try to make actionable steps and figure out how to get rid of the roadblocks. Okay. Imagine yourself driving down the road and let's say you're a man and you got your wife in the car and she's having a baby and there's a roadblock. Are you going to do everything in your power to get those people to move out of the way so you can get your wife to the hospital? Yeah. Well, health and fitness it has the same urgency. Emergency 911. 73% of our nation is overweight and obese. If that isn't enough to light a fire under your butt, I don't know what is. It will kill you. I can go into the statistics of how many people die from heart disease, and I get people off of all of their meds, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, antidepressants, heartburn, autoimmune diseases, rheumatoid arthritis, PCOS. I mean, you name it, I've helped people. So the one thing that I want from everybody on here is, are you guys as serious about achieving optimal health in 2024 as I am? Because it's not a joke. It's not a game. It will kill you. Okay. If you had support and help, do you think you can eliminate this roadblock? Okay. Have you tried things in the past to lose weight? Okay. If yes, list the one thing all these things have in common. Terry Martin said, just printed it off. Thank you, Josh. Cool. Thank you, Josh. So I'm going to tell you that after years of yo-yo dieting, bulimia, under-eating, compulsive eating, closet eating, chasing the next shiny object, fad diets, pills, cabbage soup diet, whatever it is, I've done it. That's why I can speak on it. I can tell you, for me personally, the one thing, all the things that I tried in the past to lose weight had in common: shortcut. Okay. Shortcut, quick fix. Okay. Can you relate to this? If you've ever been disappointed on a weight loss plan, are you ready to try something new? If you are over 40 and you think there's no hope, I'm going to guarantee you there's hope. If you can just give it one more fighting chance, I guarantee you that you're going to get the results you want. But I understand that you want to take shortcuts, and I understand that you're sick of trying things. Okay. If yes, what do you need to be different about this time and the plan that you choose? If I could give a little bit of insight on this, I think what most people need to be different is the food needs to taste good and it needs to be a sustainable plan long term that fits into your lifestyle. Are you a mother or a father? If yes, who do you want to show up for as your children? Monkey see, monkey do. Overweight parents, overweight kids, your fault. You buy the food. And it's sad because I've even seen little kids that want to be overweight because their dad's overweight. Well, that's going to kill all of us, okay? Um, Parents answer only, are you doing this now? If the answer is no, let's figure out how you can show up in 2024 as a role model for your children. What does your future self 1 year from now look like, feel like, speak like, and act like? Okay. That's a manifestation exercise. Okay. Close your eyes. If you're waking up in a shell that you don't like right now, it's okay. We've all been there. But close your eyes and just envision, what does this person act like? What do they speak like? What do they look like? What do they show up as to the world? If you're in a shell that you don't want to be in, you're showing the world that every day. Okay. So, number 7, what are 3 specific goals you would like to achieve in 2024? It's really good to be specific. I want more energy. I want better gut health. I want more self-confidence. And then from there, we take actionable steps to get these 3 things. Do you have a plan to achieve all 3 goals? Again, a goal without a plan is just a dream. Do you think you can't afford to become your best self in 2024? If yes, list 5 things you're spending money on that aren't driving the needle of your health forward. So I am on sales calls all the time. And I can't tell you how many times people have said, I can't afford it. Well, knowing that this is my passion and knowing that I have multiple sources of income and knowing that I want to help, the one thing that I hear a lot is I can't afford it. And I'm saying you can't afford not to, because I want you to live. I want you to live a long, healthy life. I want you to be here for your children. I don't want you to be in an old folks' home because you have no skeletal muscle mass and you fell and broke your hip. Okay. I'm very serious about health and fitness. So, examples of things that you're spending your, and the one thing I will tell you is I also can't work with people who aren't honest and transparent with me. No secrets, please. Show me your schedule and I'll show you your life. If you tell me you don't have 25 minutes, if I look at your schedule, I can probably find it. Okay. Show me your finances and I'll show you how you can afford $43 a week. Okay. First of all, can I look at your subscriptions? What are you subscribed to that you're not using and that's not pushing the needle of your health on? Examples: processed food, subscriptions, TV, eating out, wasting food, and gym memberships we don't use. Okay. Do you believe you can find the money to be your best self? If yes, please elaborate. If no, do you know it's the easiest time in history to work, make money, and become a millionaire? Why? Because society is pushing the easy button and everybody's hiring. If you want to make more money so that you can afford to invest in personal development and health and wellness in 2024, it's everywhere. If you need help, ask me. I'm also launching a health and wealth plan in 2024. It's going to be 365 days. What would it look like if you worked on yourself for 365 days? I'm going to tell you what, if you can achieve overall health and wellness, what else is possible? Would it open up doors for more money, for finances? And everybody thinks money is taboo. It's not. I have a great relationship with money. It's the way that you receive it. Okay. It's not being afraid to talk about it. We all need money, and money is just something that gives you the things that you want. It gives you a better lifestyle and experiences. And who doesn't want that? Another other examples of how you can earn $45 a week: Instacart, Uber Eats, babysit, house sit, dog sit, extra hours at work, side hustle. Okay. So Josh will tell you, I have a solution for all your problems. And the only thing that's getting in the way of the best version of you in 2024 is your excuses. Okay. Do you want more energy? That's the biggest thing people say. I know, Josh, I'm probably getting there, huh? The biggest thing people say is, I am so sick of being tired. Well, I can't imagine why you're tired, why you're not working out. You're tired. I can't imagine why you have no energy. You're eating processed food. So what could happen to us if we woke up feeling super energized every day? What could you accomplish in 2024? Sit on that one. If yes, what would that mean to you and how would it affect your life? If you had extra energy, what would you do with it? Sorry, I think I repeated that last one. Do you believe that health and wellness is the answer to your problems? I really like this question. And I can't wait to hear people's answers on this. I think health and wellness is the freaking gateway drug. Okay. MelFit is not Western medicine. MelFit is not pop a pill. MelFit is let's get to the root problem. And the two things that anybody watching this can do to improve their health and wellness is whole foods and movement. It's very simple. All these years, sometimes I say that to people and they're like, what, really? I'm like, yeah, really, it's super simple. If yes, what problems would having optimal health and wellness achieve for you? If no, what problem do you think having health and wellness won't solve? Love to hear your answer on that one. Biggest and most important question to answer: what will happen if you don't take action and you are sitting in the same spot next year and you did the video that Coach Mel said to do, and you open up your phone and you go back to January 5th, 2024, and you're still sitting in the same spot? Okay. Actions speak louder than words. Talking about things isn't gonna get you there. But again, give yourself a year. Work on yourself for a year. Stop putting a date. I got to lose 10 pounds by da da da. I want to get ready for the vacation. Figure out in 1 year, take 1 year of your life and dedicate it to learning how to achieve optimal health and learn how to stay there. And imagine, what would you do with your free time if you weren't on a diet, right, you guys? How much of our lives have we spent on a diet? Please save your answers. And just to remind you guys, on January 19th, we are going to do another webinar, and we're really going to dive into these. And what I would like to do is, if people can just, you can even type it in on here, is put your name and a number of the question that you're willing to answer. So I got to stay on track. So we are making sure nobody said anything. We're ready for Dusty, Josh? Okay, we're ready for Dusty. So Dusty, we'll keep you on track. And I don't really think, can I get rid of this right here, Josh? Or do I need that? We need that? Okay, people says hello. Okay, I'm out. Dusty's in. Yeah, I can be beside you if you want. Yeah, you sit right here. You're in the hot seat. Should I sit beside her? Okay, I'll be here for moral support. Okay, let's sit down. Are we good? Okay. Good. You're just talking. I can. Yeah. Okay. Do you like this, Josh? because Dusty's so much taller than me. Okay. Can you hear me okay? Does she need my headphones? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. You won't hear people, but they'll
Wait,
hear
what
you.
chair did you pull this out of?
Yeah.
Is this
Sorry.
the right ear?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay, Josh will tell you. Okay, we're live. We're good. Okay. Can they hear me though, Josh? They can hear me too? Yes? Okay, okay, cool. Okay, okay, we're good. Okay, so I'm gonna let Dusty take the lead, you guys, but Dusty, Josh, can I get rid of this in the corner here? Is that okay? Is that fine? Okay, now I can see myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dusty has been working on MelFit with me for,
Since November 21st of 22nd of 2021.
okay, so if you guys want the full version of Dusty's story, go listen to her podcast. It's remarkable. But there's a couple key things I've repeated 999 times to other people, and I know she knows what those are. And what I'm gonna have her touch on is where she was when she first came to my house, what happened in the first few weeks, and I'm just gonna have her bullet point on where she's at now. And one thing I want you to touch on, Dusty, is address this at the end, is if you feel confident about keeping this weight off. So go right ahead.
Okay, so in the beginning, when I started MelFit, I was at my lowest of low. I was depressed, I was overweight, I had horrible heartburn. I went to doctors to try to see why I was choking, and they could never, they would just prescribe me Prilosec and different things like that. And I would even choke on rice. I mean, I couldn't even swallow rice and it would come up. So if you're having problems with digestive issues, this I still have my same roll that I bought of Tums, and I never finished it. Like as soon as I started MelFit, my heartburn went away because I was eating healthy. It was amazing. Let's see what else. This is the first time I've ever did this, so well, without
So
No,
what
so-
comes to my mind, Dusty, is you asked me if you should start after
Oh,
Thanksgiving
yeah.
and after your Vegas trip. I
Yeah.
get this question all the time.
Yeah, everybody's like, or I didn't know when to start because the holidays were coming up. Thanksgiving was, I started November 22nd. Thanksgiving was that same week, and then Christmas was coming. But I also was going to a trip 2 weeks from when I started to Vegas. And when I came to Mel's, I was completely just down in the dumps. And she goes, you know what? She goes, let's do it. Let's start it now. She goes, let's see what you lose. And I lost 16.1 pounds before I ever even went on my trip to Vegas. And I was feeling just on a high. Like I was like, that's 16.1 pounds. I won't be packing around in Vegas because I knew I'd be doing a lot of walking. And so excited that I took 2 notches up in my belt, and I was concerned going there what I would eat, and I lost 1.1 more pounds while I was in Vegas because I was subconscious of what I was putting in my mouth.
Yeah. And Dusty was messaging me, and I think that happens a lot. I was just telling these girls that when people fill out their questionnaire and they don't start for a couple weeks later, most people lose quite a bit of weight before they even start because they're starting to think about
Pay attention.
better choices. So she was messaging me from Vegas going, okay, I'm at Chick-fil-A, what can I do?
Yeah.
So it was great.
Grilled
And
chicken, put lemon juice on it. It was great. Like it tasted gourmet. I was so excited. So yeah.
The one thing that, I mean, I'll try not to cry, but we were actually in the other house over there. Dusty she said she was a hot mess,
Mhm.
but honestly, she was broken. She
Completely.
had been beat down and stripped away of all of the person that I grew up with on the North Fork River, the person that rode horses, the person that had a permagrin on her face, the person that did sports, the person that had a gazillion friends, she was in a shell. And it's almost like, it's not that I didn't recognize her because she'd gained weight. I didn't recognize her because she wasn't Dusty. And she had told me that she, was going through a bad divorce and she felt like shit every single day. Heartburn, no energy. And the one thing I love about Dusty is, I say this on sales calls, is I'll sell you the vacation, but I'm not taking you on the plane ride. Dusty never asked me to take her on the plane ride. What that means is Dusty wasn't concerned about what it is I was going to have her do. She was concerned about me saving her life. She came here and I threw her a freaking life ring, and you know what? It was hard. She wasn't super techie. Her internet wasn't working. Yeah, still not.
I'm working on it.
But I will tell you, if you're on here and Dusty has referred me, she is a walking billboard for MelFit, and she exudes the confidence, and she gives everybody the confidence of how simple it really is, and how.
And I'm not a very organized person. I try really hard. And if I can do it, I really feel like anybody can do it, because if you just got to have your heart into it, it doesn't matter when people are like, well, I want to wait till after this, or I want to wait till after that. There's really never going to be a good time to do it. So really the good time is right now. Like you can't put a date on when you're going to have a kid. It's a surprise, It's like
you can't.
Yeah, like it's never a good time. It's never a good time for this or that. It's who wants to start a diet? Nobody really wants to start a diet. This isn't a diet. This is a lifestyle change. There's a big difference when people are talking about diets and lifestyle changes. I did Plexus Slim 2 times. I did True Vision. I tried the keto pills. And nothing works. And then you always go back to eating crap, and then like you're just stuck, and it never goes away. And who knows what the side effects of those type of pills and stuff will be.
Yeah, I know a lot of people ask me about the semaglutide, and my biggest fear is it's going to be kind of like COVID, where everybody thought it was going to be cool, and then we've got all these weird side effects.
Right.
Just having COVID, I had such crazy side effects.
Right.
So honestly, the best way is whole foods and movement, and it's natural. So that's great. Also, go ahead.
Well, one of the other things I was going to say is riding. Well, I've always been an athlete. Riding horses is like the love of my whole life. Like anybody that knows me, I'm the horse crazy girl. I was country when country wasn't cool, still am. And my horses were everything to me, and they still are. But when I gained all my weight, it became a chore. Like it became miserable for me too. I had to make myself go out and catch my horse. I had to make myself brush him off and make myself saddle him and make myself go ride. And that is not me. Like I love them so much that they make me so happy when I get on them and ride. And I got that back again since I've lost my weight. Like I can keep up with them. Like I was fit and strong, and now I'm back fit and strong.
So have you guys ever heard of glow up? It's like aging backwards.
Yeah.
If you look on my social media, we have a picture of Dusty riding her horse when she was 27 and then 47. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. There is a picture of Dusty's face we have. I use it for marketing all the time.
It's awful,
but it's even need to see her body. You could just see in her face that the sickness went away. But the one thing I love about Dusty is she has such a good balance. Like she figures it out. If she wants to come over here and have a little mac and cheese, she does it. If she wants to have a hot dog, she'll get a piece of sourdough bread and a chicken sausage. Like, she's making it work and she's trying to teach people. MelFit is not about perfection. We are giving you the blueprint. If you don't like this door back here, let's put in French doors. Like, we're trying to give you a general blueprint, and then you can kind of put your spin on it.
Like, we're allowed sourdough. I love sourdough.
Me too.
I go out, if I eat a hamburger,
Yeah.
I always order it on sourdough, like
And they usually
everything.
have it,
Yeah,
right?
almost everywhere I go has sourdough, except for maybe the fast food places, but I usually don't go there because I'm gonna feel like crap.
So the one thing that I will tell you is, when you know somebody that loses 70 pounds, and I will tell you, when you lose weight on an anti-inflammatory meal plan, it looks like 100.
It feels like it too.
She
Like,
looks like she lost 100 pounds.
when I go in and go shopping for my dog food, and when I was buying the puppy food and the bag of dog food, like, the bag of dog food's 50 pounds, the puppy food is like 16 pounds. And you put that together, I lost more than that bag of dog food when I lifted it. And when you lift it up and you put it in the cart, I'm just imagining that is all that was on my body.
I love that. That's why I always tell people, if somebody says I only lost 8 pounds, go get 8 chicken breasts. Really? You only lost 8 pounds?
Well, and if you think about, like, what is it for every 1 pound you lose, it's 4 pounds of pressure off of your knees.
She's awesome.
That was huge.
She's awesome. So Dusty and I go way back, and I was telling Dusty and Jean that 2024 for me is going to be a year of vulnerability and a year of asking for help. We are so blessed with so much business at MelFit, but up until now, it's been Josh, myself, and then Jean has done our MelFit VIP food prepping service. So we want to just take a moment to announce Dusty as one of our new coaches. We have a coaches and affiliates program, which, as an entrepreneur, it's a way for me to help people make extra income. And I can't think of 2 better people than Dusty and Jean. We'll get Jean on the camera here in a minute to help. She is 100% all in on it. It's not gonna feel like a job. She was doing this anyway. If I could give Dusty all the referral money for almost everybody that messages Dusty, Dusty, Dusty. So we're super, super excited.
Thanks, Terry.
Terry, we're super excited to have Dusty on our team. And I just can't wait to see Jean and Dusty. I know they already feel it and they already see it, and they check up on all the people that they're coaching, but there's nothing more rewarding than saving someone's life.
Yeah.
There's nothing more rewarding than giving people self-confidence. Okay, so where are we at, Josh? Are we getting close? So that the one thing I want to end with, Dusty, is a lot of people probably have talked behind my back and your back and said, speak on that.
I am not going to gain my weight back. I have big goals and plans ahead of me, and I fully believe in this program, and the food is amazing. I tell people all the time, what does healthy food look like to you? What does it taste like to you? Because this food's the bomb. Like, I'll eat something and think, man, if this was on a menu somewhere, I would order it because it is really good. So I'm not gaining the weight back. They can keep talking and I'll keep smiling.
It's actually really good pressure, you guys, when you lose 70 pounds, it looks like 100 in front of everybody's eyes. And she's a hairdresser. Can you imagine how many people see her every day?
They don't even recognize me
And
when I come in.
they
I've had
probably
people.
stare at her because they're like, who's that girl?
Yeah. And
So
I bought, okay, so when I went to Vegas 2 years ago, I bought myself a new cowboy hat, and I love my hat, and my head shrunk too. Like, when I wear my cowboy hat now, and I put it on, it slides down over the top of my ears,
Isn't
which
that
is
good?
totally
Yeah.
fine. It looks
Yeah.
cute like that, and I don't mind it. But
It's
I
fine.
was like, oh my gosh,
You lose
my
weight
head
in
lost.
your head, your neck, your feet.
Yeah.
So Dusty, any final thoughts? Anything you want to share with anybody listening? I know
Yeah.
you talk to a lot of people. What is something that you could share that you think is pretty?
I have no regrets. Like if you are feeling deep down that you're just having that your tough decision of making that choice of doing it, just do it. Like just like Michael Jordan, just do it. Like you won't regret like doing it. And if you feel like there's a time like in the program like you struggle like maybe with a meal prep or something, uh it's okay. It's not the end of the world and you're not a failure for it. There's been days where I only got to do like maybe one thing one day, but I just said, well, I'm regrouping, and the next day I did another couple. As long as I have food that I was pulling out of the refrigerator every single day, it was great. And if you think about it, being too expensive because it's healthy food, it's really not, because you're saving money. You're not going out eating all the time, and you're eating healthy food, and you're watching yourself shrink in the mirror, and you won't regret it one bit. I'm a firm believer in the program. My friend Valerie, her kids, when I went to the rodeos and the barrel races with them, and I'd open my cooler, Dally and Cheyenne are like, Aunt Dusty, can I have some of your food? I like your food. They were over in my food as opposed to at the cook shack. So I mean, even the kids love it. Kids love the food too. And it's great for young kids to learn now to eat healthy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Start them out young.
I love your view on it. And my takeaway from that is that MelFit's not about perfection.
No.
If you had a day where you weren't able to exactly prep the amount of calories you needed in the macros, at least you were eating whole foods.
Yep.
Gluten-free, dairy-free, no processed sugar. So I
Yeah.
think that's what derails people. And I feel like the most successful people are the people that can veer off, it's not a straight line, and still start again, or not feel like a failure, because there's no failure. So Josh, should we do Q&A? Okay, what questions do we have, you guys? Okay, any questions? Okay, if you want to subscribe to the app only, will it have the meal plan on there or grocery list? Sarah, the answer is no. If you want to subscribe to the app for $1 a day, we keep the doctor away. It's $29.99 a month. There's a 7-day free trial. And you have access to my recipes and my workouts, but if you want a specific meal plan that took me 1,000 hours to create, that has the calories and macros exactly calculated for fat loss and weight loss, then you would have to purchase a nutrition plan. I'm curious to know if the app can stand alone. Do I need to sign up for a plan? Yeah.
But
yeah.
you also, like, when you have that apps, you spend, what's the app? The
$29.99.
Okay, what's the
$549
for the silver app? $549
silver plan.
But you have in 12 weeks after you do that boot camp, I can go back to that and do it again.
Yeah.
Like I have it for life.
Yeah.
What's $549 for your health for the rest of your life? That's kind of how I see it.
It's $45 a week. You could walk your neighbor's dog. If anybody needs help finding this money, I'm your girl.
I can break it down for them too. Like you broke it down for me and I had 4 payment plans for it.
Okay. Yeah. The payment plan's nice. Angie says, when is the next challenge? I really want to join the January 8th one, but can't use the Shopify often after Christmas charges. Okay. So Angie, I just want to clarify that usually we have 4 challenges a year. So if you want to get in on a challenge where there's prize money. This is the biggest prize money we've ever had. It's $5,000 in cash and prizes. But I just want you to know that you can join our plans anytime and you will get a prize. What will it be?
Your health.
Yeah, so, yeah, totally.
A smile. You'll
so,
get a big smile.
yeah, so
New clothes. You could go shopping
Yeah.
for some like cute jeans.
compliments.
Yeah, compliments.
So, but Angie, what we'd love to have you do is join our app, join our MelFit Connect Facebook group, and just start getting involved with the MelFit community. You can jump on there and say, top favorite recipes that'll help me with my meal prep, go. And I would say for sure, breakfast, MelFit green smoothie, lunch, MelFit curry chicken salad with the side of almond crackers or rice crackers, dessert, MelFit classic protein balls, and dinner, the easiest thing I think, especially this time of year, make a big pot of soup with sourdough bread. So there's a lot of things that anybody on here can do without even being on the plan.
Probably one of the easiest soups to make is the MelFit chicken pot pie soup. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I made it, I think, 2 weeks in a row. Actually, three. I actually made it 3 times. I've made it 3 times. Like within a month, I'd made it 3 times.
And you made the detox.
Detox soup. Yeah, I'm eating it right now and it's super good. And I've been sharing that with some of my friends and they're like, oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Thanks, Terry. Terry says the detox soup is so good. So Josh, Angie asks, is there another payment plan other than Shopify? At this point, Angie, no, but it may be something that we need to look into. Also, if you want to save 10% on the plans, right now you can go to Jean's Instagram or Facebook and get a code. And after today, you can go to Dusty's. She'll have a little link there and that'll save you it'll save you at least $30 on the app. So thanks, Angie. Those are good questions. Any other questions? Does anybody have a question for Dusty? Does anybody have a question for me? We're doing good, Josh. We're doing good on time. Yeah. So
You won't regret it. No regrets.
Josh,
Write that on your mirror, like put it on a sticky note when you start MelFit and put no regrets.
should we take a second to bring Jean in?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give her my headphones? Okay, cool. Hang tight, guys. We got the A team here. Thanks, everyone. You guys are awesome. So glad everybody that waited. Now we know what our bug hole. Hi.
Okay. Jean and I also grew up together, and Jean's my neighbor and my friend. And 3 years ago, I had a pain point, and the pain point was everybody wanted me to make their food, which I've done in the past, but I'm only one person, and hold me accountable on this. This is the year I ask for help. This is the year that I am vulnerable and I am naked and I'm afraid, and I build an amazing team of people to help me. If I don't ask for help, MelFit will not grow. So Jean stepped up when a client asked, and Jean has been running our MelFit VIP food prepping service for local people for over 3 years. It is the biggest gift in the world. I am blessed to be able to afford it. Express enough how awesome it is to just go upstairs and have this on my porch. So furthermore, Jean is also joining our coaches and affiliates program. So she's also going to be one of our coaches. So I'm just going to let Jean talk to you guys a little bit about kind of what 2024 looks like for her, you know, what she's passionate about, and kind of just go into, you know, what are you looking forward to as far as working with with the MelFit? Even more.
Yeah, even more. We have a lot of stuff planned for 2024, and I don't know what I'm allowed to say. Everything. So we're hoping to open a kitchen.
We don't use the word hope.
We are opening a kitchen to the public this spring.
I say summer.
Yeah,
Just in
summer
case,
is
we
a
got to
good-
give ourselves a buffer.
yeah, in Post Falls. So I'm really looking forward to that. What else am I supposed to talk about? I'm really passionate about food. I love cooking and baking. It's something that I always did with my grandma. Unfortunately, she passed away this year, or not this year, but last year, I guess. So it's just something I really enjoy, and I think about her when I do it. So, yeah.
And if you guys could receive the food, she puts so much effort and love into everything. If you get an apple, it's spiralized and baked with cinnamon and sugar. I mean, everything she does so well. What's that?
So many good things.
So we are opening up next to the Post Falls Brewery. If you're on here and you're local, we're opening up a food truck park with 9 vendors, urban upscale food trucks, a 30 by 50 pavilion with 2 businesses inside. One of the businesses will be MelFit Healthy Kitchen, which Jean will be our general manager on, and the other business is Nachos Cantina. So those are both ours. I'm 7th in line for a liquor license. I'm looking forward to this because I've been doing business on the street for over 20 years. You guys might know me from my old coffee stand, Leopard Lattes. And our community needs a hub. Our community needs a downtown. Our community needs an area for small businesses to thrive. Our community needs healthy, whole food. If you're watching this from somewhere else in the world, mark my words, you will go into a store one day and you will be able to pick up our food. So we're super, super excited to open up MelFit Healthy Kitchen. So Jean's going to be wearing a lot of hats, so we're excited. But Jean, we just want you to know that we appreciate you, and anybody on here that knows I run a tight ship, and I'm very particular about the people that come in and represent our brand. So we have the most amazing, passionate, genuine, helpful, thoughtful, hardworking girls on our team this year. So super excited. Dusty's already coaching a couple people. Jean, you got like what, 6 people? So if you're interested in working with these ladies, let us know. Oh, Andrea said this is amazing. Oh, congratulations. When is Jean going to ship? Yep, covered that. During the challenges, do you check in and meetups each week? Sarah, during the challenges, you do a weekly check-in through our app. So we hold you accountable. You have to send a picture of your feet on the digital scale, proof of your free, and proof of your workout. So we definitely check on you. And we met, are we good, Josh? Okay, and one last thing I want to say is that changed your life. Like, what has changed for you? When I saw you, what has it been, 4 years ago?
Yeah.
What's changed for you? What would have happened if we wouldn't have stumbled across each other on a walk?
Well, I'd probably be heavier than I am. I lost 30 pounds during MelFit. I've become more, because of that, I've been able to go back to being more active because I was always really active before. But I have 3 kids, and after my first one, I was 110 pounds after my first child. And then by the time I had my third one, I was 180, and I'm pretty short. So yeah, you know how that goes. But yeah, so I probably wouldn't be as healthy as I am at 44, almost 45. So
the one thing that I love that I see in you too, Jean, is you definitely have gotten your confidence back, and you stepping up to do the VIP food prep, you stepping up to be our general manager. I feel like
it's opened up a lot of business opportunities for you. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's
A lot of
awesome.
good connection.
Okay. All right, Josh. Are we on to Carla?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Jean. You're the best. Okay, I'll take the headphones back.
Okay.
Coming in hot, you guys.
Left, okay. See, I need my team to keep me.
And I just turned 49 and I danced all night long. Yeah, never stop.
Birthday Dusty. I love it. If you guys drink alcohol on this plan, just know we can fit it in. It's okay. Dusty partied on her birthday. So we're bringing in Carla Horner. I know you're there, Carla. Hang tight, sister. There you are. We got Stanley cups in the store if you guys want some. I swear I'm drinking more water with this new cup. At first it seems like a tank, but I love it. Hi, Carla.
Hi.
Ooh, okay. All right. So we have Carla Horner here. If you guys don't know Carla Horner and you want to know her full story and you like to walk, you might have to split it into 2 days. Go to our podcast. If you swipe left on the app on page 2, it's 2 hours and it'll knock your socks off. When I met Carla, I was like, okay, she's like my doppelganger. I have more in common with her than my twin sister. Like if I was in a dark alley and someone jumped us, we'd both win. Like her talents are endless. She's a businesswoman, she's a wife, she's a grandma, she's taught self-defense. She has a screen printing business. Is that what you would call it, Carla? I mean, she's just amazing. And what she accomplished on MelFit is amazing. She's a walking billboard, just like Dusty. If somebody texts Carla Horner sent me, her word is good as gold. She is an amazing, genuine person. So Carla, I'm going to give the floor to you. And kind of like Dusty, like where were you before we met? Like what's happened? You know, kind of give us a little go through. What's been going on?
Well, before we met, I was even a hotter mess than Dusty. So again, Dusty, I watched her transformation. You know, I've been on a bazillion diet plans myself. Most recently, I did the HCG, which I lost quite a bit of weight, and it was very easy, but I was hungry all the time. I had headaches still. I was heartburn still, nightmares, night terrors. I just lost weight. And then I had saggy skin. And then as soon as I was off that, which within a week or two, I started skyrocketing back up in weight because it's just not maintainable. But I watched Dusty still doing great, still doing amazing. And the light, like you said, came back in her eyes because I've known Dusty quite a while too. And we're very similar. And she was just becoming herself again. So I watched and watched and watched and finally reached out to her one day back in December of 22. Is that right? Yeah, because we just changed years, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And I reached out to her and she filled me in on everything and it's like, call coach, call her and just talk. And so my life changed that day with Dusty. I called you and then everything just has been amazing. I'm like, it's been, like Dusty said, no regrets. The only regret I have is I didn't do it sooner. I could have felt amazing sooner. I could have had less nightmares, night terrors sooner. But I'm so glad I did it. I just thank you again. I can't thank you guys both enough for this. It's just been amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for believing in MelFit.
Thanks
Love
for
it.
believing in me.
So, Carla, I kind of feel like you exude those vibes to people too, where when they're around you, first of all, you have a very confident, strong personality, which helps. But I don't, do you think that most people sense that you have the confidence to keep this weight off?
I'm sure I'm sure they do, but I know I do. So that's all that matters. I know I do. I know how amazing I feel. And like Dusty said too, I have no heartburn. I have no bloating or gas, or I mean, there's just so many other things. My skin, my hair, my nails, everything is better. And, you know, one thing you guys said is about alcohol. And you know me, coach. I still had my Miller Lights on Friday and I logged it and I told you, and yeah, sometimes I have more, but
Yeah.
I also work out and I eat correct, and so it's like, is it falling off the plan? No, the plan is my life now. It's not a plan for me anymore. It's not like, oh, I'm off plan or I'm on a diet or something like that. For me, it's so much more because it is just life now. And I don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I drank 4 Miller Lights. Oh my gosh, I ate a piece of bread. Not that I do that, but on occasion things happen, and I don't there's no stress, there's no concern. It's just like, yeah, it is what it is. But 98% of the time, I'm living correctly, not on plan, not on a diet, just living correctly. And again, you guys make it so easy to just do. It's just awesome. I just love it.
Thank you. I love that. I think it's really important for people to hear that, because people want the stars to, oh, I can't do it because I can't do it unless I can be perfect. The most successful people are the people who drink 6 Miller Lights on their free day and then weigh in and lose weight week after week after week after week. Go ahead. Dusty's talking to me. Go ahead.
So it's like if you can't do something, you give other options.
Yeah.
Where the people think that just the workouts are too hard for them.
Yeah.
Well, if there was something I couldn't do, I would put something else in that place.
Yeah. So what Dusty's saying is, as far as workouts go, that there's options. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I designed my MelFit 25 workouts for somebody that can't stand, i.e. Keith Warner, my client that was 600 pounds that lost 200, or even our friend Krista Loper, who's in a wheelchair, can do MelFit. So what excuse does anybody have, So, but yeah, I think that the most successful people, Carla, are the people that are having so-called slip-ups. We don't use the word cheat. We don't use the word slip-up. We have a free day. And how cool is it when you partied with your husband, had fun with your friends, beat everybody on the pool table, drank 6 Miller Lights, and lost weight? I almost think it's necessary to indulge and see what happens. Indulge and see what happens. And Carla, if you did have a week where you indulged and the results weren't as good as you want, can you adjust it?
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I tell a lot of people that, I've got a lot of friends that are starting to get involved, or family members. If you're listening, Kelly, I'm talking about you. But a lot of people have said that too. It's like they want to be perfect. They don't want to mess up. They don't want to do this. So if I do mess up, oh, well, I'll start again Monday, or, oh, well, I'll start again on the 1st, or something like that. And I'm like, you know what? We all step off the line often. I mean, it's life, isn't it? That's what this is all about. You have a roadmap that's just easily laid out, simple, and you just need to hop back on it. It doesn't need to wait till the 1st or until Monday or until next year or next month. Just do it now. If you ate a whole bag of Oreo cookies, great. Just the next meal, eat correctly. And it's like those little missteps happen less and less. And I have indulged. I still will indulge, and I'll probably continue to indulge. But the difference is 98% of the time I'm not. And my body craves the right path my mind once in a while lets loose and we do the other path, but I'm always right back on path.
Honestly think that people who, and I can attest for this, is when I followed plans that were super restrictive, 6 weeks, no alcohol, no, whatever that your vice is, it almost like really messed with my mind.
Well,
And
that,
yeah, like I almost wanted it more. And that's when I was designing MelFit. I thought, oh, there has to be a free day. There has to be a free day, because if you've got food addiction and you've got cravings, at least and it doesn't have to be on the weekend. If you're 2 days in and Wednesday you're like, oh, I'm going to lose my shit, then whatever it is, go get it. Like, I just love to hear this from you. So, Carla, do you ever fear that your old self and your old thoughts are ever going to overcome you again? Or do you feel like you've done a lot of work on the space in between your ears? Like, do you feel like the new Carla thinks differently?
definitely thinks differently. The old Carla, the yo-yo dieting, the craziness is gone. This is so easy. And I struggled in food prep, in meal prepping in the beginning. It was a little overwhelming. I'm not a fan of leftovers and I'm not a fan of really cooking, but I had a talk with myself, and I knew it was me because, well, I had the same underwear on as I always wear. So I knew it was me, but I had to learn to change my mindset and be like, this is my time to make myself better. And I can't do anything else in my life good if I suck at myself. And everybody says, well, there's only one you. You're the best version of you. And I'm like, yeah, but I wasn't the best version of me. And now that I have my nutrition right, I feel great. And the old me is gone, because this new me, it's just great. I just feel amazing, and I'm definitely never going back. And my body craves the food that I've made from you, like that chicken pot pie soup you were talking about, Dusty. I'm on my third batch myself because I love it. It's so good. So, and I've got my husband now, because I've been on maintenance a while. My husband's now eating this way too, and he'll come out and he'll bring out the containers and he's like, can I have one of these too? And I'm like, you can have whichever one you want, because now I'm making plenty so he can eat and it's not affecting me. But if he does eat something that's gone that I expected, I still have groceries in my house that I can quickly throw in some other alternative, and it's not stressful.
I think that's pretty important, because people are, oh my God, my kids ate. Well, when you learn after doing phase 1 and phase 2, did you do the shred too, Carla?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
That was my favorite, actually.
Oh, good. I'm glad you kind of learn like Dusty did. Like, if worst case scenario, she makes a healthy hot dog. So
Right.
It's not as precise as people think. And I always tell people, the easiest thing you can do, don't kill your spouse and kill your kids. Make them the same food that you are making you. Otherwise, you're going to outlive them and you're going to be lonely. So might as well make them healthy too. So
Right.
I love it. I can't thank you enough for taking the time to come on today. And, I always tell people, I can tell people till I'm blue in the face what it's like, but to actually see 3 ladies, in real time, who have lost weight and maintained for a long period of time naturally, is, for some reason in 2024, people think it's remarkable. And if you could, are we good, Josh? Okay. Having a little bit of trouble? Okay. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If you could give people 3 takeaways about MelFit, what would they be? And think about the things that you were fearful about. what are 3 helpful takeaways that you can give people to ease their mind? Someone that hasn't started, what would they be worried about? What 3 things could you say to them that, you might have been fearful about before?
The fear of failure was probably one, because I had done so many other options and successfully did them, but then the outcome was actually failure because you can't maintain it. So I was worried about this for a while. That's why I watched Dusty's transformation for so long before I reached out. I wanted to see, okay, she's doing good now, but where is she when she stops? But the stop never happened. And that's the biggest difference is you don't get to, I got 6 weeks. Okay, I'm on a 12-week plan. There's no end at 12 weeks. You're just at the end of that 12 weeks as far as maybe a check-in goes or a feet on the scale or whatever. But I always tried to make sure my toenail polish was really on point for you, so that when you got my feet pictures, you were impressed, like, oh, look at her toes, something other than just the weight. So my one takeaway is, don't be scared of failing because this is too easy. It's too easy to fail. You just start doing again. If you step off, just step back on and start again. So that's 1. 2.
That's awesome advice. Awesome. Awesome.
Well, I mean, we're all trying to get healthy. So I bought my treadmill that you had convinced me to buy, and I love it. And I do walking in the morning now on it. And when I got to the 6-week shred and I had to add in all the steps, I was scared to be able to get them all in. And I thought, how am I going to do this? Like, I'm working all these other businesses and I'm doing the workout. How am I going to get the steps in? And I was kind of worried about that. But oh my gosh, I just got up a little bit earlier and walked, which cleared my mind, made my body feel better, so that when I did the workout, the walking made the workout even better. So I'm still maintaining 12 to 15 to 20,000 steps a day, even winter. And I love it. And I feel amazing. So again, that might go back to failure too, but so much of my life is just better. So don't fear the challenge. Just embrace it and figure out ways that you might maybe have to tweak it to work for yourself. We're in Idaho. We could have all 4 seasons in an hour. So I have a treadmill now. I can go walk on it and there's no excuses.
It goes back to me saying, don't forget your third thought. And I didn't mean to cut in, but
No.
I have a solution for everybody's excuse. I've been listening to excuses for over 20 years, and everybody starts out like, I know this is an excuse. And I said, oh, good. I'm glad you're aware, because it is. And figure it out. That treadmill was $250, worth every freaking penny. I don't care what you got to do to print some t-shirts, walk dogs, Uber Eats, Instacart, figure it out. What is the alternative? Is you're going to be starved to death because you have to eat less to create a deficit, right? That was my biggest thing in the winter, Carla, is I don't want to eat less. I love my food. I would gladly move more. And when we say move more, you guys, we mean walk. It's not run. But anyways, great. Love it. So great. Keep going.
The third is the way people portray you, not you or not me, but I am trying to stay true to what's best for me right now. Health, I'm still avoiding a back surgery. I still have my broken foot, but I still work out and walk every day. And it's a mindset, and I might be off there a little on the mindset, but no excuses. Like you said, you have got to change that thinking. And I think previous diet mindsets or previous depression, my body size, my mindset, my feeling sick and tired all the time is completely gone. And so I really don't have those fears of anything anymore. It doesn't matter. My whole mindset has shifted to always see the positive, to always see the better side of things. And I just don't fear anything. I don't have that I don't have it. I know I'm not going back because this is too good forward.
I love it. I love it. The one thing I can tell anybody on here that's not at your goal is it's not what you think. Most people think that when they get there, which let me just tell you what, there's no there. You're going to continue working on yourself. You're going to continue being the best version of yourself. You're going to continue to make, goals in your business and your work and your relationships. But I kind of want to use this word. It's almost like Carla just said, it's almost too easy. I don't wake up every day. I've been the same size for over 20 years. I have one pair of pants. I don't wake up every day and think, oh my God, I am so scared. Like, it's almost like when people see the amount of food I eat, they're like, are you kidding me? I'm like, yeah, no, you're not going to be starving. So yeah, it is. Once you get into it and once you get it, I don't know if you've ever learned something in your life and you're like, okay, that clicked. Once it clicks with you, then nobody else can take it away. Got Kira? Okay. Those 3 points, you brought that home. Awesome. So we're going to bring on Kira next, Carla, but any final thoughts, any words of wisdom, anything that you want to say to somebody who was maybe is just in a real funk right now?
Just jump.
Just
jump. You've got 3 of us right here, right now, and Josh in the background. So technically 4 or 5 of us sitting here. Just do it. You will have 0 regrets other than maybe not starting a week ago.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I love it. So
And
such good advice.
You. From the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you, Dusty.
Yeah, Dusty said the same thing you said. I wish I would have started a long time ago. Well, I am honored to be your coach. Thank you for your loyalty, your commitment, your referrals, and thank you for taking the time to be on here. We're actually going to email this out to everybody that couldn't make it on our email list. So a lot of people are going to absorb this information. So we love you, Carla. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you again.
Definitely. Thanks, you guys.
Bye, girl.
Bye.
Hey, can you hear this, Dusty?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
You can. I was gonna say it.
One of my besties.
Yeah.
Hi, Dusty.
Kira says that.
Hi. Oh, I could have wore the same shirt.
Do you have that same shirt?
Pretty close, yeah.
Almost everything.
That's what happens when you're besties. So, all right. What a powerful group of women and Josh on this. Well, let's just face it. If we didn't have Josh, the technical part of this would not happen. So thank you, Josh. So I just want to welcome Kira Smith. So she is a friend, a client, best friends with Dusty. She is a force. She is successful. She's a cowgirl. She loves horses. She loves people. She's very positive. She is a beast. So we've been working together for quite some time now. Kira, you did phase 1 and the shred?
Yep.
Phase 1 and the shred, and now she's on my maintenance plan. And I would have to say, hands down, besides my twin sister, Melanie, probably the best results on the shred I've ever seen. Like, you want to talk about ripped. This girl was ripped. is ripped. She doesn't have an ounce of fat. She's also a walking billboard. If I get a message that says Kira sent me, I know, again, good as gold, good person. People look up to her, and she is inspiring people, and she's especially inspiring cowgirls. You cannot ride a horse if you are overweight. If you are overweight, the horse senses it. If you are out of shape, the horse senses it. So
It's not easy. It's not easy.
especially at Dusty's caliber of riding. I mean, these girls
Yeah.
are freaking barrel racers. I mean, they compete. So thank you for coming on today, Kira. And if you want to watch her podcast, we also have a podcast with Kira. She's been featured in our magazine. All three of these ladies have been featured in the magazine. You can go back and look at old digital copies, and their story is also different, but we all have the same thing in common. We just want better health and wellness, and we are all over 40. When you are over 40, you face some shit. Things don't happen the way they did in your 20s. So take it away, Kira, if you need me to kind of cue you a little bit. But same thing as the other ladies, kind of where were you before we met? What was your mindset? How did MelFit work? Where are you at now? How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I wish I could have watched the other ones, but I literally
That's okay.
just got off the call, and
That's okay.
I was trying to get this open before, but yeah, I was having a hard time, so I had to
That's okay.
literally.
If it makes you feel any better, we couldn't even jump on and we're hosting the webinar. We were late.
I had to recreate a Zoom account. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's okay.
What's going on?
Okay. So if all of you ladies want to come on the next one, at least we got the practice, right?
Yeah. Hey, so this is something. Yeah. Okay. So where do you want me to start? I was just kind of thinking ahead.
Where, you know what I like you to start with is, where were you? What was your mindset before you contacted me? What was going on in your life?
I was just, I had realized I kind of put weight on slowly. Nobody would say anything to me, of course, but I was definitely noticing the way my clothes were fitting and everything. Just everything was too tight, and everybody would say, oh no, you don't need to lose weight. I'm like, yes, I do. My clothes are way too tight. Oh no, you're tiny. No, I'm not. It's people, it's like, I don't know, maybe people do that, they want to make you feel better. The thing is now, fat is like, cool, I guess, to a lot of people. Like, you're supposed to be okay with that, but I was not okay. I mean, I felt, I wasn't super obese or anything, just overweight, and I did not feel comfortable in my own skin. And I don't think I noticed that I mentioned this before. Maybe I did, but I don't remember. So I had something in the Dominican Republic happen to me a few years back, and I went to doctors, and I'll tell you one of these days if I hadn't told you already. And they had me on meds that I didn't want to be on to begin with, but I did it anyways. And I finally weaned myself off the meds, and I come to find out that they caused weight gain. And I was like, and I felt horrible when I was on these meds. And even like putting my hands up to wash my hair, I was like, oh, my arms were, I was just exhausted. And I knew I had to do something. I took myself off that stuff, and not looking back. And then now, of course, much better. But yeah, I was in a place where I was not comfortable. I did not want to look at myself in the mirror. Didn't want not anybody see me, wear loose clothing and stuff like that, so that nobody really notices. If you wear bigger clothes, then it looks like you didn't gain so much weight, maybe. But when I was riding, and I noticed my thighs filled up so much of my saddle, and Dusty can, I'm sure, attest to this. When your thighs are so big, you barely got any room. You're like, okay, I got to do something about this. I need a bigger saddle pretty soon because my butt doesn't fit in it. And yeah, all those things. I was like, okay, I got to do something. So then of course I see Dusty's pictures, and post on Facebook. And I had just, I found something on Facebook. I can't even remember the name of the deal, where she had shakes that you could buy. And then she had this thing where it was like I think it was like a 30-day challenge or something like that, where you, if there's this book that you fill out all these things, you just say how you feel and all these things. And I think I did bring this up to you at one point, but it gave you some suggestions of things to eat, but that's pretty much it. It wasn't anything that I thought would really help me. I just kept watching Dusty and I thought, okay, this is ridiculous. I need to find out what she's doing and just do it, because I thought I was going to give this other thing a try and then reach out. And then I was like, nope, I'm going to do it. So then that's when I talked to you and we got started. And I think it was like right January 3rd,
Somewhere in there.
something like that. Yeah.
2 years ago, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's been,
It's our anniversary.
yeah. Woohoo.
Happy anniversary.
But yeah, yeah, that's definitely the best choice I've ever made for myself. I think it was like the first or second week, maybe, I was feeling kind of sick and I thought, is it the food that's doing this to me? And I thought, oh, I don't know if I can do this. And then I'm thinking, looking back and looking at the list of the food, and I'm going, why would food make me sick? That's ridiculous. This is all good food. So yeah, I think I was just generally sick. So, eating didn't help at all. But I thought, well, I'm going to work through this. And I did. I don't know. I wish I would have started it sooner for sure, but I just heard the last part of that last one. And yeah, I wish I would have started it sooner. And I can say that at first it was hard because of getting all the food that you have no idea what it is or where it's at. But after the first time, it's like first or second time, maybe it is super easy. And even first or second time, or second or third time after doing your meal prepping, it's much easier. After I do the same thing over a couple times, then I feel, a lot easier about it. And I don't know where I feel like I'm kind of.
You're not. You're good. Did you watch the videos, or did you just follow along on the recipe?
No, I just. Oh, you mean yeah. No, I did watch some videos because
Okay.
I thought, I don't know, I felt like that helps more. Like you said, to get your tips and tricks and stuff, just little things like, when you first look at that, I'm going, okay, how did she do this? I can't remember. Because I was just the other day, I was watching some videos again. Even just for company, sometimes when I'm doing something I already have, I'm like, I gotta have Mel talking in the background.
I love it. So, I can imagine that for most people who've just been kind of winging health and fitness and just kind of trying to buy healthy food and make stuff, it really is kind of bizarre to make all your food in a day. A lot of people, I always try to say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. You can make your protein balls and get your veggies and guac ready on Saturday, and Sunday you can make 2 of your main meals, and Monday you can make your breakfast. So you can split it up. I'm really fit, and if I stand in the kitchen for a long time, my back hurts. So I definitely would break it up before I had Jean helping me. But what would you say after a couple of weeks, you kind of get it down and you're kind of like, oh, okay, this is it. This is my new life, rinse and repeat.
Yeah, definitely. And I totally lost my thought. What you were just talking about a second ago about Jean.
Jean makes my food, but I would break it up into 3 days.
Oh yeah. About breaking it up. Yeah. It gets easier. And yeah, at first I was just like Sunday, everything Sunday, and a couple things Saturday, maybe starting to get things ready. But then, and I just kind of stress myself out doing that. And I'm like a squirrel, like, well, I get distracted and I'm like, okay, I got to focus. I got to do this one thing and get it finished.
I'm the same way. Yeah. I'm the same way. So The one thing that I loved about you is you were so, and you can probably get involved for sure in our next webinar and some of our Facebook Lives. I think a lot of people struggle with the discipline of working out. What advice can you give people who aren't working out and just don't feel like they can adopt this habit? Because you were like relentless. You said if your boyfriend was there, it didn't matter. Like, what advice? How did you not get distracted and how have you always made that a priority?
Just because I want to see the results. I mean, I don't want to go back to where I was before. No way. And I feel like in the summertime, like for instance, when I went to nationals in July, that was like a little over a week that I didn't work out. I was in Pocatello, Idaho. It was way too hot down there to be working out. I mean, I drank tons of water and I did tons of walking because, I mean, ask Dusty, wherever we have nationals, it's a long ways between the arena and the barn and
Yeah.
so I got lots of steps in, but yeah, as far as so when I stopped working out and then when I got back, I think maybe I waited one day or something like that and then I work out again and then I was just like, wow, it's like you're starting over. I don't want to stop like that again.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
hard to get back with it, especially even just going back from the MelFit 25s to the shreds. That's a little rough too. Although there's some pretty good workouts, the MelFit 25s.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think I've gone through all those yet. So for some reason, I'm going from the bottom up. And yesterday's was, oh gosh, I don't remember what it was. The kettlebell hell with Mel, I think was the one.
Oh, geez.
Maybe a couple days ago was that one. So that one was, and then, so I'm going up from there. So I don't know why I decided to go the opposite way, but anyways, I'm just doing those for now. And
Go ahead.
the reason why I'm doing those right now, though, I'm just trying to think, why am I doing those? Because a couple weeks ago, I have no idea what I did. I wonder if I did something when I was working out, or maybe I just slept wrong, but I'm having an issue with the back of my neck. Even doing jump rope, it hurts unless I try to make myself stiff and stare straight ahead. I'm thinking maybe I did something when I was doing the I can't think of what they're called. Doing deadlift.
Press-ups, yeah.
And
be careful.
I mean, I think I'm doing fine. I follow everything you say, but I think that I just maybe moved wrong or maybe slept wrong. I don't know, but it's still bothering me. So I'm kind of trying to take it easy with the MelFit 25s. So yeah.
Perfect. I never worry about you. So I want to ask you two questions. What was your lowest low? And what is your highest high with MelFit, or even kind of around the time you join? I'm in a coaching group and my coach always says you can only go as high as your lowest low. So what is a low that you had in, as far as like maybe your mindset or health or fitness or your confidence? And then what is your highest high been with MelFit?
So wait, so lowest low with MelFit or
lowest low, like around the time you joined with MelFit or before MelFit in regards to your health? Is there something that you just remember that was your aha moment and you were like, oh, hell no?
Well, when I saw my before pictures, I was like, oh, I really didn't even I didn't want anybody to see that.
Yeah, I can relate to that. And I think a lot of people on here can relate to that.
And I just thought, did I take I mean, I had to set the camera, my phone. I didn't want anybody to see me. So I set my phone and then I was like, after I did that though, I thought, did I just do it at a certain angle that made me look that big? Or am I really that?
I know. We've all been there, girl. And I use that as leverage, use that as motivation. So I know there's not one person watching this or in this room that can't say, you know, being recognized for all of your hard work. You shop for the food, you cook the
Yeah.
food, you worked, you got home from work and did your workout, you checked in with your coach, you still have me as your accountability coach, and you're making sure you don't get rid of that lifeline. What
Yeah.
was, name some of your highest highs with MelFit? Was it people's compliments or recognition, or what highs have you had? What can people that haven't started look forward to?
Well, I mean, seeing my before and after pictures again, although I'm still seeing the after picture is still, I'd like for it to be better. Now going to the winter, I gotta say, I feel like I kind of, between me having my meal prepped, I kind of let it go a couple days, and then I do fill it in with good food, but I need your I need to be more on with and stop letting it slack between. I need to get on it.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
with the but yeah, so I'd like to see my pictures even better. But I'm
So
always
what's that?
Oh no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, so is your highest high then? Just having the pictures and the proof that you did it?
Yeah, oh, I know what it was. I had forgotten my thought there. Big surprise.
I could tell. I was trying to help you get back, and that's usually me too. That's why I have Josh,
Man.
my other half of my brain.
So I've had people more than once compliment me, like random people. I was in Winco one time and standing in the line, and this guy just, did you work out? And I'm just like, whoa. Yeah. I'm like, so that's happened like more than probably at least 5 times. And I'm just like, wow. And then, people say, oh, you're ripped. And I'm like, wow, thanks. Like, it's just
You're ripped. I love
unexpected,
it.
because when they say it, I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, thanks.
I love it. I
So
love it.
yeah, I
Well,
guess that would have to be total complete strangers saying that to me.
you deserve all those compliments. You work so hard, and I'm so proud of you. The one thing that I have learned about my cowgirls, you guys are disciplined, and I feel like although you and Dusty lost yourself, I feel like that strength and drive is what helped you also. I mean, you guys take care of animals. Animals are reliant on you for food, shelter, and to ride them. And I think that, you guys both, a lot of people that you guys have referred to me, you guys are just tough, disciplined, and you never give up.
Cowgirl tough.
Cowgirl tough, like you never give up. So, any
Yeah.
any any closing thoughts you'd like to leave our audience with, Kira? If you're speaking to someone who's watching this and maybe they're a little stuck, or maybe they got a little off track, what advice? I think some people, and I mean, I'm probably guilty of saying this before too, because when you feel shitty, you say shitty things and you're negative. But I think I've probably said, oh, easy for her to say. She's at her goal weight. But
Yeah.
I know you're at your goal and I know you feel good, but we never forget the person we used to be, and we're most capable of helping the person we used to be. So what
Yeah.
advice would you give to your old self? Someone that is in a funk, someone that's tried things, someone that's hopeless, but just wants to feel better.
Yeah, well, I mean, my watch is telling me to stand up.
We're almost done, girly. Thank you so much, Kira.
No,
Way
it's
to
okay.
listen.
I'm standing up. So I would say do it. I mean, don't sit there and wait. I mean, I mean, I didn't really know much sooner, because I think it was just a few weeks that I'd seen Dusty's posts. So I wish I would have, talked to her about this first before I tried this other thing. But I mean, it's fine. but I'd say somebody that's thinking about doing it, they need to do it now, like not tomorrow, now,
I love that.
because
That's the best
you know,
advice. Like, stop waiting. The time's going to pass
yeah,
anyways. And we talked about making a video, people making a video of who they want to show up as, you know, at the end of this year. And it's like, God, how disappointing if you don't do something, you're going to
yeah,
show up as that same person. And
yeah.
how is that person serving you? That is awesome advice, Kira.
You need to stick to it. I mean,
do it.
yeah. Well, and people that don't want to do it, like, you know, if they pay all this money and they only go half-ass it, like I've heard you say before, what's the point in doing that? You're spending this money. I work for my money. I don't have a husband. I have my boyfriend who helps me a lot with my truck things and stuff like that. But he doesn't make my money and pay my bills. And if I'm going to pay that money to do that, I'm going to finish it. Because I mean, it's like I said at the beginning, I was sick and I was just like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I already paid the money. I'm doing it. And it worked for Dusty. It's going to work for me. So I'm doing it. And boy, did it work. So yeah, I just can't believe that somebody, people are crazy if they don't do it. I mean, like I said a million times, you're a genius, and just the way everything works together, it's amazing. You just have to do it. And it sucks at first trying to find everything that you need, and then you got to get rid of all the stuff that you have. And it's like, at this point, I still do have some bad stuff around, but it just sits there and I'm like, oh, I don't want to throw it away, but I don't really want to give it to somebody. Like I could give it to my mom, but it's like, I don't want to give her crap now.
I know. I feel the same way. Sometimes it goes in the garbage. I don't even want to go give it to the food bank, because then I'm killing my community. So great advice, Kira. And hopefully the one thing with our plans is we do give you all the tools and we make it really easy for you to get started. And Dusty mentioned, it doesn't matter how old you are. You want your older years to be, you want to be healthy. You don't want to be so unhealthy that you have to have someone take care of you. So yep. Never too late to start, Dusty says. Kira, this summer we're going to meet.
I know. We do. Definitely.
I don't care if you come stay in my house. I have room, but yeah, I want to meet you. And to all of our speakers today, Kira, Dusty, Carla, Jean, and thank you, Josh. Thanks for being here today. Kira, we're going to wrap up, and would love to have you on the next webinar and, you know, just kind of do a recap and maybe do what we could do too is do the Q&A. So thank you guys. A little bit over here. You guys are still on with us. Are we good, Josh? Okay, we're going to wrap up, you guys. And let me know what your takeaways were. You guys all know how to get a hold of me. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, email us, type in MelFit on Google and we'll come up. And just mark your calendars for 2/19/2023. I think it's 2 Fridays from now. Same time, 12 to 1:30. We got this figured out. We're going to come on time. And what we're going to do on that webinar, you guys, is we're going to go over your workbook. If anybody has any questions on how to print your workbook, let me know. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have a second to type in the comments, was this helpful? Let me know. This is where the comments are, Josh. So I do this for you guys. These guys took the time out of their day to come on because we all want to inspire people who haven't started yet or have started and are in a funk. We want to show the world, I'll die trying, that anything is possible. All you have to do is start. So thank you all for tuning in. If you listen to this at a later date, take a second to send me a message and just let me know, who are you? how can I help? And we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. And thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We are looking forward to a rockin' 2024. See you guys next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Dusty. Love you.
He says love you.
Miss you too. Bye. Bye.
Guys, you guys rock. You're awesome. Love
Bye,
you.
you guys.
Bye.